welcome back to my channel. Today it's gonna be a get ready with me, and I just applied a ColourPop lip primer. Does it work? We will never know. Foundation. I already have moisturizer on. I'm going to start with this primer. It's from Hard Candy. It's called Sheer Envy Pore Defense Primer Serum. And I'm just going to apply it like, ew, gross. That was like a lump of it. That was like on the very tip, the nozzle, like a dried up booger. Ew. Just going to rub that in. So it's been like a month. I know. I was taking a break, as in I wasn't even in town, and then I had like all this other work. I had all these videos filmed. I had 4 videos filmed that I was just sure that I was gonna love, but when like I was looking at them, I didn't like the footage. I didn't like the lighting in one of them or 2 of them. And I just didn't want to put it up. Like, I wasn't feeling the video I made. So I'm like, if I'm not really that happy with it, I don't want to put it up. And I was like, you know what? It's just going to be easier if I do a get ready with me. That way I can tell you guys what's going on. Playing catch up and, you know, all that good stuff. So I applied this Maybelline foundation I have. This is the one that's like been matching me pretty good lately. I've been wearing like 2 weeks straight. And it's the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin foundation. But everything else just seems a little too dark for the most part. But this one and the Fenty foundation that I have, they've been working like really good. I just wanted to put it on my forehead because I'm going to do my eyes and then the rest of my face. I don't know why, but that's actually what I do in like my real routine. Obviously, I already have my eyebrows done because I didn't want to look too much like a monster and like scaring you guys away. So just a little bit like a monster, I can handle that. I forgot I was gonna use my foundation like as my concealer. I was gonna use my foundation like as my primer for my eyes, cause I don't really need this to last a long time, and I'm kind of hoping it doesn't crease. Probably will, but I mean, the colors I'm using are natural, so it doesn't need to like pop or anything. The eyeshadow palette that I'm using today is this Oldie But a Goodie by Too Faced. It's their natural eye palette. I have no idea if they still sell this or like a version of this. I'm pretty sure they updated the picture and all that. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. Bunch of little natural colors. Like, they're not too big. Most of them are shimmery. And you have this one down here that I've like never used. I thought it was so pretty at the time when I first got it, but it has super chunky glitter in it, and I never used it ever. So okay, I'm gonna put that nude shade Velvet Revolver? No, it's a revolver. The L just kind of faded on mine. Okay, so let's talk. I was totally going to do a review on the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. I do not own Shape Tape, but it looks amazing. I'm a huge fan of the NARS Radiant Concealer, and I told myself once I finish that, I'll get Shape Tape after I finish my NARS concealer. But I haven't finished it yet, so I haven't gotten the Shape Tape yet. Honestly, I just really like the NARS one because I have really oily skin, and they have like a little bit of a drier formula and does not budge on my skin. So that's why I keep using that. And I mean, I've been trying to when you think about like trying to finish something, like it feels like it's just never gonna finish. I thought I was gonna finish it 2 months ago, and it's still going. But then at the same time, I don't wear it all the time. So, because I have so many other concealers. But yeah, once I finish that one as like my favorite high-end concealer, I'm going to buy Shape Tape. And I know a lot of people that okay, So is Tarte racist? No, I do not think that they're racist, okay? Before you give me a thumbs down and everything, just hear me out, okay? I know Tarte's been getting a lot of negative feedback on the shades that they released. It was all Caucasian shades except the last two were for darker skin tones. Yeah, it was very disappointing because so many people were like waiting for this foundation to come out. So many of us, even me, who I've never even tried Shape Tape. Like, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna try this foundation. Cannot wait. And then when it came out, I feel like they had a shade close to me, my skin tone. Maybe not warm enough or golden enough. I just wasn't sure which one was gonna have like enough yellow and warm undertones. I don't know. I kind of have to look at them in person, but then at the same time, like, you have to buy online if it's a new release like that. And yeah, a lot of people were pissed off and they had a rewrite, okay? And here's the thing, like, I know Tarte's getting dragged through the mud for this. They lost so much respect and they really fucked up and lost so many supporters that loved Tarte. But my thing is, that's not new. Tarte's not the only friggin' brand. In fact, Tarte has two very dark shades compared to what I'm used to, okay? Like, all my life growing up, even if it was a shade that was too dark for my skin tone in the drugstore, it was pink. Like, it always looked off and I didn't know why. I was just like, damn, like, I must be like hella dark. But I'm not. For a brown person, I'm closer to a lighter skinned person of color. Does that make sense? Okay, in the Caucasian, as in like white people spectrum for white skin, okay, I'm dark skinned compared to them. But then when I'm compared to the darker skin tones, people of my color and darker, I'm on the lighter end. I'm just always like in the middle. And even for a person in the middle, when I was the darkest shade, or shades that were like in the middle range or even darker than me, and they still looked pink, it's like, why do I look like this? I didn't think anything really of it at the time because, okay, like where I'm from, the lighter skin you are, the better. It's a huge problem in Asia, and people will wear lighter foundations on purpose to look lighter. That's when you have that like ghost face. And you should see Bengali brides. The traditional Bengali bride looks crazy. Their skin tone is literally like white. They try to make them look like a China doll because that's what is beautiful in Asia. America's a lot better than that. I have to tell you guys that, like, they are a lot more inclusive to skin tones and shades versus people in Asia. That a lot of Asians, north, south, east, west Asians, a lot of Asians are racist. Tarte is not racist. They did include 2 to 3 dark shades, but here's the thing, like, the reason why people are mad is because this shit shouldn't be happening still in 2018. Like, it really shouldn't be happening. But have you looked at their other shades of their foundation? It's really not, it's not a huge variety. And like, I know people are boycotting Tarte, and the reason I'm not going to boycott Tarte is because I love Tarte. Okay, Tarte, you really fucked up and you really broke my heart, but I will give you another chance. I love Tarte products, you guys, and I'm not going to boycott an entire brand. Like, I'm not even doing my makeup now. I'm not going to boycott an entire brand because they messed up like once, you know, or twice or 3 times. It's just a lot more noticeable nowadays when you don't include a lot of shades. And it's like, hello, did you forget that there's like a lot of other skin tones out there besides, you know, the ones that you cater to? And it's not only Tarte. My thing is, I think it's kind of hypocritical. If you're going to boycott Tarte, you need to stay true to your cause and boycott every single brand that does not cater to dark skin tones. If that's what you want to do, stick to your word. And okay, so I saw that video by Alyssa Ashley, and I love her. I love her videos. I love her. I love her personality. I don't think she lies. Like, she's one of the honest. She's one of the good ones out there, you guys. Like, I honestly believe she's one of the good ones. And I can 100% understand why she's boycotting them and why a lot of people are too. But then at the same time, I think it's kind of hypocritical if you're not going to boycott all the brands that don't provide the same thing that you're upset about. Like, she just did this video, I mean, a little bit ago. She did a video on, you know, her lip gloss, or she has a lip product coming out with e.l.f. again. And, you know, she's very proud of it, and she should be. That is amazing. Awesome. Good for you. I'm not trying to, like, be mean to her, okay? And the thing is, you're going to promote e.l.f., but have you seen e.l.f.'s shades of their foundations? They have like 5 or 6 shades, y'all. So, I mean, if it's just, I think it's a little bit hypocritical. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I might be crazy. And like, e.l.f. has become a pretty big brand themselves too. They're in like every Target. They're at Walmart. They're all over the States. Yeah, it's a budget brand, but they're still worth a lot of money. And Tarte is a very expensive brand compared to e.l.f. and compared to drugstore. So they definitely, their foundations are like $40. You know, it's like they have the resources, the money, they know the market. So like, why would they do that? And I want to tell you guys also that Tarte is owned by Kosei Cosmetics. That is a Japanese brand. Let me work a little bit on my eyeshadow, because I can't do both at the same time. So Kosei Cosmetics owns most of Tarte, like over 90-something%. That happened in 2014, so it was a couple years ago. And Kosei is also not a cruelty-free brand. Tarte is. I don't know if you buy Tarte because of cruelty-free reasons, but if you do keep in mind that the larger umbrella is not cruelty-free, just in case you didn't know. I'm gonna mix Honey Pot and Push Up. Just, ooh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. So Kosei Cosmetics is Japanese owned. And remember how earlier I said Asian brands just do not absolutely cater to dark skin tones? The brand Tarte is owned by Kosei. And I don't know if you ever go to Asia. I recently went to Thailand and Bangladesh like a few months ago, and oh my god, Thailand was the worst. The second you got off the plane and went on an escalator, there are advertisements everywhere, even just in the airport alone, about skin whitening. It's not only for women, but it's for males too. Every single item they have, every skincare product. It's very hard not to find something that's like not for skin whitening. It's just odd. Tony was getting upset at it because he was just trying to buy like a face wash. He's like, I don't want to look whiter. I'm like, hey, I mean, that's how it is over there. That's just how it is. Like, it was really sad. It was very sad to see that, and it was just, it's like, why do you have to push it to that point where it's everywhere? Like, no one is light enough. You must be fairer. You must be lighter. And if you're like my shade or darker, you're considered ugly. You're not gonna get married. Like, what the hell? Your value as a human being in Asia is like by your skin tone a lot of times. And now small-minded people are more like from the villages nowadays. Like, if you're educated, you know better. But it's so sad. It's just so sad. But here's the thing. Listen up, Tarte. You are marketing for the Western world. I live in America, okay? And I want my skin tone shade because in America, your shit don't fly. White is not always right. People want to look bronze. People want to tan. Dark people stay dark. Black people stay black all year round. And I'm not saying that in an offensive way by any means. Some people get insulted, like, oh, African American. Okay, whatever you are, whatever ethnicity you are, if you are medium to a dark skin tone, you should have your foundation shade as well. And I don't think you should boycott Tarte. Let them fix their fuck up, okay? Give them a little chance. I would not be surprised if the next 10 colors that they come out with are all medium to dark shades. I would not be surprised because they messed this up so bad. And I feel like some people are just like, you know what, they messed up and that's too bad. I'm just never going to use their products again. Hey girl, if that's what you want, do you. 100% okay. You do not have to support those kind of brands. You can support other people, but Tarte, please fix this problem because I love your shit and I don't want to give up using it. I've loved your stuff for a long time and I'm willing to forgive you. I believe you deserve another chance. Just keep in mind who your market is and that there are lots of skin tones in the world. You know? Okay? Also, another suggestion to Tarte. In your Instagram accounts, it's been mentioned, well, my friend told it to me, and she's white. Okay, y'all, she is white, and she told me that Tarte hardly follows any black people. They follow like 2 black people. I was like, no way, that's no way. I went on their Instagram and I started following people. I don't know if people like blocked them. They were just like, we're not going to support you anymore. But I saw like 2 to 3 light-skinned black people and like maybe some Hispanics. I don't even know, but they were all light-skinned, okay? They were all light-skinned. There's like hardly any dark-skinned people. You need a little diversity in your company and in your life. And Tarte, that's like kind of sad because are you saying like your products are really only for, you make great stuff, but is your shit only for like light-skinned people? But if you don't include other people, like what did you expect? What did you really expect? Because what was more upsetting to me about the launch was not the actual launch or the colors. It was how they handled it. You know, like they started deleting comments and they disabled the comments. Then they had the audacity to say and make a little comment about people get darker in the summertime. No, not all people get that much darker in the summertime. In fact, Bengalis that I know, they don't want to go outside. They try to get paler in the summertime. Okay? They were like SPF 1000 because they don't want to get dark skinned. Why? Because it's in their head that the lighter skinned you are, the more beautiful. People of all shades should feel beautiful. I was just very disappointed that they were not able to show that with their makeup. If you're going to have only 15 shades, hell, if you're only going to have 10 shades, you can make half white, half dark, and like, hell, just give 3 of my shades. That's fine. You know? That's fine. Just make the spectrum a little broader and we can all be friends again. That's all. That's all. I'm gonna use my Anastasia, like the warmer shade and the light palette. And I'm gonna just warm up the top part of my eyeshadows. That shade of brown was just so cool toned. Makes me uncomfortable. Okay, I have my lashes on. Now I'm gonna try to take care of these horrendous dark circles. Okay, so I'm using a yellow concealer from LA Girl. Yes. This is super cheap. It's like $3. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, so back to the whole drama. I honestly didn't notice how companies would not include shades other than like, oh, I can't find my own shade, it's so hard. And the reason being, like, I noticed it more as I started to do makeup on people. I was like, okay, my palette has nothing for really dark skin tones. I have clients that are dark. So I was like, what do? I can't buy anything from the drugstore. And MAC and Makeup Forever were the only brands, and so I got good quality product over time. And I still use Makeup Forever to this day. And you can also, for like starting with makeup, when you're starting with makeup, you don't want to buy, like now I have, like whole bottles of those foundations. But before, I wanted to buy like a palette that had a whole bunch of shades, or just affordable like drugstore, like CoverGirl or something, not like Wet n Wild foundations, but like still better quality that you could find in the drugstore. Either way, I had to buy like Graftobian, Crayolan, Ben Nye, theatrical brands. And if you think about it, for your normal high school girl that or lady going to work, anything, say you're a guy, doesn't matter, for your dark skin tone, why should you have to buy a theater quality like makeup brand that has this much, like a tiny bit of foundation, a little square for you, but you have 20 other shades that's not even yours? You should not have to buy a whole 30 other shades because you want your shade and then pay like 50, 70, 60, $100 for that palette because it has your shade. Or you can mix your shade with the correct undertone. Like, why? That's very, very unfair. And I feel like your regular consumer just doesn't see it because it's not in front of them. Now I'm going to add foundation. Okay. Yeah, that kind of stuff is just, it's not fair. It's not. And if it was the other way around, I'm telling you, white people would also be upset. And I have to say, I feel like most people are just jumping on like the bandwagon of this thing because like I said earlier, like it's not new to not have darker shades or yellow skin tones with, I'm just saying, like, it's nothing new. There's no reason for you to boycott it. But even if people are jumping on the bandwagon for views or whatever, and the thing is, like, they're noticing it, and that makes a big difference. First, I wasn't gonna mention anything, and I was just like, no one mentions that Tarte's owned by, like an Asian brand, and like how the white skin people are, like, that's a thing in Asia, and it's just so much deeper. Like, it really is so much deeper than just makeup. It's like a social, cultural problem as well. And even though it's just foundation, yeah, it's unfortunate Tarte's getting a bad rap for it, but it's been a long time coming. Like, any brand that doesn't offer shades like that, that's too bad. Now you know better. Huh. Okay, in person, this looks really good, and on camera, it looks so scary. I just haven't added no bronzer yet, y'all, okay? I am honestly curious on how well the matte foundation works, and I just, like, hardly anyone has a review on it. I was going to review the foundation, but I'm just like, it's whatever. I don't need to spend $50 or $40, I don't know, however much it is. My birthday's coming up, and like, I'd rather buy other stuff. Honestly. I really would. I'm just iffy about foundation. Like, I really, really, really need to look at it in person. I don't think I've ever bought a foundation online and just like guessed it. I have to see it in store. I got to swatch it in the drugstore. I'll be swatching stuff. They watch me and they tell me, you can't unwrap that. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. and then like I unwrap it anyway. Yeah, I'm that girl. What's new with you guys? What are your goals for the year? Let me know. It's February, so I know a lot of people already forgot about the resolutions, already failed, probably already like quit the gym, quit their diet. Don't worry guys, just jump back on. Jump back on. Okay, tell me what your goals are. I want to read more this year. I want to keep making videos like constantly. Like I want to do it all year, all the time. I was traveling. Maybe I should make filler videos. I don't know. This is by LA Girl. It's the ultimate whatever. It's the nude eyeliner thingy called Super Bright. The one I have is from Tarte. Honestly, just couldn't find it. If I found it, I would have used it, but this works just as good. And it's like so cheap. I don't know how long it's gonna last though. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that ColourPop concealer right in the middle. I feel like it's still dark looking. And that color looks so light. Ugh, I forgot what shade it is because it peeled off. I think it was like 30 or something. I got 2 of them. It looks so light on here, but when I put it on my skin and just wait like 30 seconds, it like turns into, it just gets a lot darker. I don't like them. I know people were saying like it's one of the best products of 2017. No, it's not. It's just a cheap concealer. That's it. I love ColourPop. I love a lot of their other products, but I was not a fan of their concealer at all. Did not care for it. I'm gonna put on the blush Sunset Beach from Milani. And I love this. It's such a warm, like, it's like a really warm terracotta, earthy type shade. It's just really pretty. And on top of that, I'm gonna put Luminous, like right at the cheek. The apples of my cheek, because there's a little tiny bit of a sheen to it, and I like that. It's cute. For the highlighter, I'm going to use Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. It's the highlighter that looks like a deodorant. You just like open it, and it's a cream finish. I'm gonna apply it with my finger. I love this. I think this is like one of the most underrated products because this is the most natural. Like if you want that glowy look, like I'm just naturally glowy. This blends in with the skin. It's so fine. It's not like that bam in your face glow, but because this is like a cream product, if you put another highlighter on top of this, oh man, it's like that's what makes it pop. So good. A little lip liner from NYX, and I have a serious question to ask you guys now. Are any of my subscribers, any of you, oh by the way, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But if you are a subscriber or you're watching this video, are any of you a murderino? If you're still listening to me chit chats, congratulations, you made it to the very end of the video. And I love you very, very much. Thank you for understanding that I just wanted to take a little time, and I don't want to half-ass anything. I don't want to put up anything I don't like. And thank you for listening to my concerns with Tarte and the beauty industry. Really, as a whole, it's a lot beyond. It's just so much more beyond Tarte. And thank you to everyone, even if they had your shade, but you spoke out against it. You know, like, hey, you don't got shade for my other sisters and brothers. Like, why? Thank you. It is very, very appreciated. Okay, if you stay silent, you're just one of the bad guys. So thank you. Just know that I appreciate all of you very much. If you're subscribed, thank you for sticking around with me. If you haven't, if you're new, welcome. If you like this video, thumbs up. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.